If you could have one weapon in Borderlands 3 get buffed, and I mean a serious buff, like make the weapon top tier again, or make it top tier for once in its gosh darn life. It's a pretty big question to ask. However, I want you guys to drop that down in the comments below. For me, man, for me, it's going to be the Lucian's Call. The Lucian's Call has a special place in my heart. It was one of the first legendary weapons I ever had dropped for me. It was the first weapon I ever, it was the first weapon I ever did a showcase on, and it was also very, very good back in the gap when this game first came out. Now, when this game first came out, obviously you had Mayhem 3, and then in November you had Mayhem 4 be added to it. Now in Mayhem 3, this thing was an absolute menace, and even in Mayhem 4, this thing was still an absolute menace, especially when we had things like the Bloody Harvest roll around, and we could have something like the extra projectile anointment for terror. Now, I did literally just make a video on this yesterday, and it will be linked at the end screen of this video if you do want to go watch that. But while I was recording that video, I was playing in Mayhem 3 with the Lucians. I was like, man, this brings back some hella nostalgic vibes, because back in, I want to say like February, March 2020, I was running this build called Frost Shadow Flak, and it revolved around using the extra projectiles anointment, and it was so much fun just ripping through the game like that. Running it back yesterday, and then playing with it a little bit off screen on like different Mayhem levels, it kind of made me like, man, the Lucians, it needs a buff so bad. Like, this thing has been just like on the back burner for so many people, including myself, for so long. Like, I legitimately have not used the Lucian's Call in a serious build probably since, like, honestly, since before Mayhem 2.0 came out. Like, I really feel like when Mayhem 2.0 came out, I mean, obviously it left a lot of weapons back for a bit, and then as time has gone on, a lot of weapons have been buffed. We've had different stuff come out, we've had different artifacts, shields, comms, stuff like that to help, and a lot of weapons are very valuable now in the highest Mayhem levels. However, I really don't feel like the Lucians can be put in that class quite yet. It just doesn't, it just tickles the enemies, dude. Like, it takes way too long to douse a trash mob. Like, it takes way too long. Like, I feel like what they should do for the Lucians, I really feel like it'd be super cool if you could get this thing to roll with a ×2 variant, because I mean, this thing already has such a gigantic mag size to begin with, sitting at a solid 60, which is very good. I mean, a lot of weapons generally have pretty decent size magazines to begin with, but they should honestly, I think this thing needs at least like a probably 350-400% damage buff to make it viable. So if it's sitting at like 5,000 on the card right now, roughly anywhere from like 16k to like 23k, I feel like would be a much better range for this thing. If they did that, this thing would be an absolute menace. I mean, it's already, the Lucians is already very accurate as it is. It's very good. It's a Vladoff that ricochets, which is obviously very nice for how big its mag size is, especially for Flak players. A lot of people love this gun. I guarantee you, all my fellow Flak players out there who played with this thing back in the gap can agree with me when saying this thing used to just tear through enemies. Like these days, where not really, dude. No, not really these days, unfortunately. But overall, I just feel like it just needs a solid damage buff. Fire rate's already good. Mag size is good. Accuracy is beautiful to dream. Fire rate's good. Everything about this gun is good, except that it tickles at the moment. But anyways, guys, that's probably just going to about wrap up the video. Let me know what you guys think about the Lucian's Call down below, as well as if you could buff any weapon, and I mean seriously buff it and make it good, what would it be? Leave that down in the comments below. Anyways, though, guys, my name's Kree. Hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 10,000 subs. Trying to hit that by the end of the year. So if you like daily content, stuff like that, please consider subscribing. Anyways, though, my name's Kree. Hope y'all enjoyed. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.
me up.